Back to your corner, gentlemen.
The pageantries are over. The press conferences are over. The weigh-in is over. Time for talk is done.
Back up, back up. All the way, all
It
the
is
way.
now time to find out who is still a contender. Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. Here we go. I'm Miguel Flores. Thank you all for joining me from around the world. Crypto.com Arena, Los Angeles, California. Ortiz in the white and blue trim. Ruiz in the blue and yellow. Ortiz still has that power, as we saw on display. Ortiz with the southpaw stance. Ruiz, known for his quick hands, combinations, his high cardio. Very unlike most heavyweights. Many believe he's got the fastest hands in the heavyweight division. There's a right hand, just missed. Both men said, don't blink. Winner of this can put themselves in line and move up the rankings. This is a WBC World Heavyweight Title Eliminator. WBC champion, current champion, Tyson Fury. Here's Luis Ortiz with the jab. Just waiting to unload that left hand. He's been in wars with Deontay Wilder. Came up short. But that was it. Only blemish of his career. As for Andy Ruiz, lost his belts in the rematch to Anthony Joshua. Looking to get those belts back. He is refocused. There's that left hand just miss Ortiz. Ortiz. Shots to the body by Andy. A right hand connected for Ortiz. Both men being very cautious. Can't blame them. And there's that much power in the ring on both sides.
Watch the feet, gentlemen. Watch the feet.
Andy, this is the first southpaw he's ever faced, and there's a left hand that knocks Andy back. Big uppercut. Andy has been dropped. He was dropped in his last fight against Arreola early on in that fight. That's the end of round number one. Here's some of the highlights. There's that left hand that knocked Andy back a bit. And it's something that, and there's that jab that popped Ortiz, but he was able to answer with the left. Saw his eyes widen there. And it's in typical Ruiz fights. It almost takes him to get rocked first before he gets going. It happened in his last fight against Arreola. It also happened when he won the world titles. It was dropped by Anthony Joshua before he dropped Joshua. So it is something that does happen in Andy Ruiz fights. Ortiz with massive power. There's that right hand that buckled Ortiz. Right hand connected for Andy.
Watch those feet, gentlemen.
And now both men nearly clash heads.
Luis, let him go.
They're tied up. Now Ortiz has the height on Andy, but the weight is in favor of Ruiz. He's using the jab, and that's a punch that trainer Hernan Caicedo said, you gotta keep the jab going. That will set up the left hand. There's a big left and a right hand drops Ortiz. Ortiz got caught on the jaw.
You okay? Come here. You wanna go? Go.
Can Andy finish? And there's a right hand. There's a second knockdown, and I believe Ortiz's legs still aren't underneath him.
5, 6, 7, 8. Look at me. You all right? Step to the side for me. Step to the side. Come here.
Round 2, Andy's got all the momentum. Ortiz trying to tie him up, and there's a right hand that stuns Ortiz again.
Ruiz, gotta let him go. Gotta let him go. Stop, stop, stop. No punch. Let's go.
Both men tied up. Can Ortiz recover? There's a right hand, a huge left hand by Ortiz. Andy took it right when he was coming in. Left hand, both men miss. Ortiz still shaky legs. Less than a minute, straight left connected for Ortiz. He smiles.
Guys, watch those hands. Ruiz, let him go. Stop, stop, stop. No punch. Let's go.
Ortiz with 30 seconds. Already dropped twice in this round.
Gentlemen, watch those hands. Let him go, Ruiz. Let him
Both
go.
men tied up. This is a very pro-Ruiz crowd. Left hand missed. Andy with the right hand. Can Ortiz make it to round 3?
Gentlemen, let's
Right
go.
hand just missed the jaw. Another right hand and a huge left snaps the head back of Ruiz. And that's the end of the round. Ortiz makes it, but he was dropped twice.
Eddie, 2 knockdowns. Andy, bien vivo con izquierda mejor.
Let's take a look at the highlights. This is the first knockdown, a big right hand on the side of the temple as Andy was able to drop Ortiz. Here's knockdown number 2. Another right hand on the temple that dropped Ortiz again. And then right after, Andy trying to put Ortiz down, and I think that was more of a factor that Ortiz was off balance, more so than getting clipped. But then there was a huge straight left, caught Andy Ruiz on the chin. Here's round 3. Can Ortiz recover enough? There is nothing like a heavyweight fight in boxing.
Watch your feet, gentlemen.
There's a little bit of a slip there from Ortiz. Andy's being very calculated. He did not empty the tank when Ortiz was hurt the first time. There you hear the Mexico chants from his very pro-Mexican crowd. Ortiz going to the body. Trying to utilize his boxing skill with the jab. Ortiz seems to have better balance underneath him now. Now Andy to the body. Andy can explode. Ortiz can explode. Both men being very cautious. No surprise, especially after what happened in round 2. Even when Andy knocked Ortiz down twice, he got caught coming in several times. And there's another shot, left hand from Andy. Ruiz in the orthodox. Ortiz in the southpaw. They're tending to trip over each other's feet a bit. It's going to happen. And both lead foots are right up against each other. Ortiz throwing the jab out there. Now
Stop.
That was almost a clash of heads there.
No cut. Watch the heads. Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Time, right there.
That's the end
That was good.
of round 3.
Let's go. Gentlemen, you got to get out of that ring quick. Number 4. Do me a favor, all the way back. All the way back. Stop. Time. Get over here. You got those? Time in. Let's go.
Round 4. Ruiz, Ortiz. Ortiz already hit the mat twice. But Ruiz has also been rocked twice as well with those big left hands by Ortiz. Both men very calculated. Being extremely careful when to engage. There you hear the chants of Andy. He is here and is near his hometown of Imperial, California. Ortiz just waiting to unload that left hand. As for Andy, because he doesn't have the reach, has to find a way to get on the inside. There's Andy to the body. And a short jab. Ruiz is that quick. That's why Ortiz cannot let his guard down. The minute he does, Andy will pounce on it. Solid jab from Ortiz. Ortiz has been close to the mountaintop in those 2 fights with Wilder. The first one was right neck and neck with Deontay, and the second one as well. But came short. As for Ruiz, wants to make a statement here against Ortiz. As a kid, growing up and training, told his dad he would fight Ortiz one day. That day has finally come. Said it was a little surreal now being in the same ring with him. $15 seconds remain of round 4.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
That they have the eraser. Left hand connected on the jaw of Ortiz.
Tómale los tiempos ahí, tómale los tiempos ahí. Vuelo seguro, trabájale el gancho abajo. La cubeta me hace falta. Aquí está. Abajo, pues, de derecho. Inteligente, no me dejes de mover la cabeza y no me hagas de poquito para calma. Sigue manteniendo este rol inteligente como lo hiciste el pasado.
A la distancia y no que hace nada. Ya se está desesperando este,
There's the jab from Andy. Backing Ortiz up. And there's a jab from Ortiz. You have to respect it. And then here was Ruiz with the short left hand at the end of round 4. Round number 5 now. Quick jab, snapping the head back of Ruiz for Ortiz. 26 punches landed for Ruiz, 25 for Ortiz. Ortiz trying to come in with the right hook. Andy saw it coming. One thing about Andy, not having the reach or the height. In order to get close, he really does have to step into the lion's den. Ortiz trying to cut off the ring now. Going to the body. Ruiz taking his time. And there's a quick right hook, countered right when Ortiz was going to the body. He's able to connect, and there's that left hook. And Andy knows that a left hand can come at any moment from Ortiz. The right hand blocked. Couldn't get through the defense of Ortiz. There's a left hand from Ortiz. Both men hesitant to engage in Ortiz now with his hands down. Shakes off Ruiz. And there's that right hand, and now Ortiz was able to connect on a 1-2 combo. As we know, Andy has, even though he's been knocked down a couple of times throughout fights, he does have a chin. Never been knocked out. Final seconds of round 5.
Listen for that bell.
There's a right hand. As round 5 comes to a close.
Thank you, sir.
He likely did more than enough to get the decision. He had 3 knockdowns of Luis Ortiz. As we take a look at the highlights from this fight, there was the quick right hand, and you thought it was going to be over early with the way that transpired. And then a hard left from Ortiz, but Andy was able to outbox Ortiz. As you saw, Andy at times would explode. And there was that 3rd knockdown in the 7th round. And in those exchanges, Ortiz got rocked a few times, but was never put down on the mat again. Also, you got to give credit to Andy. He's got a solid chin on him. We always knew he did. There were several times where Ortiz was able to connect on that left hand, and Andy was able to take it in stride. An entertaining fight between 2 of the heavyweight division's top contenders. What is the official result? We await to see. But nonetheless, there are moments where the crowd were on its feet in this fight. And now we'll see how the judges saw this one.
Since I was a little kid, I always wanted to fight him.
And now Jimmy Lennon Jr. with the cards in hand. Here's the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Fernando Villarreal scores the bout 113 to 112. Judges Eddie Hernandez Sr. and Zachary Young both scored the bout 114 to 111. All three in favor of the winner of the WBC Heavyweight World Title Eliminator, the Destroyer, Andy Ruiz.
Close scorecards, 113, 112, 114, 111 on two of the other judges' scorecards after three knockdowns were ruled in favor of Ruiz. That means to tell me the judges thought Ortiz was outboxing Ruiz for a majority of that fight, but because of the knockdowns, Andy was able to edge out the victory. Hard to overcome, and if you're Ortiz, it's got to be a little frustrating. Here is now Heidi Androl. Or excuse me, here is Ray Flores
Luis King Kong
with Luis Ortiz.
Luis, can you tell us your ability to remain in the fight despite being knocked down several times by Andy Ruiz?
Bueno, yo dije que venía a guerrear y esto fue una gran guerra, sí. Cuba-México, estuvo buena la guerra, me gustó.
I told you I was going to be a warrior. I love this. This is Cuba-Mexico. This is a war.
How would you assess your performance? It was a close fight on the scorecards, but how would you assess your overall outing here tonight?
Nada, vine a hacer trabajo, ¿sabe? Todo, como dice, el boxeo está lleno de sorpresas. No se logró hacer el trabajo que al máximo, pero bueno, a toda la gente que dicen que King Kong está viejo, yo doy guerra, yo estoy dando una guerra y bueno, estuve ahí.
Everybody that said that King Kong is old, well, I gave you a war today. So boxing, there's always a surprise, but I felt I did a great fight tonight.
Did your left eye give you any issues in regards to your vision in the fight?
Bueno, estuve trabajando mi mano adelante y pienso que estuvo bien. Me gustaría una revancha porque esa guerra me gusta.
I love those. I would want a rematch. I was keeping my hands up, but the eye wasn't a problem.
Being able to compete and go head-to-head against Andy Ruiz at this level, do you still want to continue in your prize fighting career?
Bueno, ¿qué tú crees? Si lo que viste hoy, ¿tú crees que yo me doy guerra, que yo estoy listo para terminar? ¿Qué tú opinas?
What do you do? The question is, you think I'm done? I mean, you saw a warrior tonight.
¿Qué opina la gente?
What do the people want? Do they think King Kong is done?
I think we'd love to see you back, Luis. Congratulations on a valiant effort. Heidi, on to you.
Thank you very much, Ray. You can't question the heart of Luis Ortiz. Congratulations, though, to you, Andy Ruiz. When you had, let's start with the second round. You knocked him down twice. What was going through your mind? You know you can't count a guy like Luis Ortiz out.
Man, the first thing I want to do, I want to thank God, because without him, nothing's possible. Man, since the jump, I thought everybody thought they were doubting me, that I was going to get my ass knocked out and whatnot. But to tell you the truth, I worked so hard for this fight because I know he's a warrior. He hits hard, and I thought I did a beautiful job boxing him around, and I thought I showed some different class that I usually do instead of just pressuring and going forward.
Most definitely. I was going to actually ask you, was it difficult? How difficult was it to force the action, given that he was the first southpaw you faced as a professional?
It was pretty difficult, man, but the ability that I have of me counter-punching and waiting for him to load up and me counter him and connecting and dropping him, it was a blessing, man. I just want to thank God so much.
Well, congratulations to you. You've said throughout this campaign for this fight, you said you have to stay disciplined, stay focused, and stay active. What does staying active mean to you, given the landscape of this heavyweight division?
Staying active, man. I do not want to be waiting so long until I fight. I want to fight at least 3-4 times a year. I'm ready, man. I'm hungry. I want to be champion again and bring that belt back to Mexico.
We have a fight. Deontay Wilder returns to take on Robert Helenius in New York on October 15th. Should he become victorious on that night, is that the fight you want next?
You know what?
The winner of that fight.
God willing, he wins. Robert in October, and you know, me and him are in the same organization. I want to thank Al Heyman. He can make this fight happen, and let's do it. Let's get it on.
Congratulations to you, Andy. Brian, back to you.
So there you have it, Andy Ruiz victorious in what was an exciting back and forth heavyweight duel between Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz Jr. There you see the scorecards one more time. Hernandez had it 114-111. Judge Villarreal had it 113-112. And Judge Zachary Young had it 114-111 in favor of, all three in favor of Andy Ruiz Jr. A lot of people with the 3 knockdowns, as we see the Bronze Bomber in the ring, shaking hands with Andy Ruiz's
Bronze Bomber
son here is Heidi Andro.
To the ring. I have a feeling you have something to say to Mr. Ruiz.
I mean, it was a great fight. It was a hell of a fight, and this is where all the fans came to see a magnificent fight, and that's exactly what these guys gave you, a great fight. So that right there deserved all the respect. And, you know, the gameplay, I always have love for Ortiz because we shared the ring and what we're doing it for our daughters and the situation that we was in. You know, I always have love for him. And he came with a game plan, and it seemed like he executed the game plan. And much love to him, and, you know, we wish nothing but the best for him moving forward.
Is that the fight you would want next should you be victorious on October 15th?
I mean, Deontay Wilder's back. You know, he always looking for great, exciting fights. That's what he loved to get the fans. So if that's what lined up next, I got to handle the business. After that, man, we can get it on.
We'll be looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Deontay. Brian, back to you.
Well, there you heard it from the mouth himself, the Bronze Bomber, the former heavyweight champion. He said it. If I am successful against Robert Helenius, then let's get it on. And that's a fight I would love to sign up for. Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder. Yes, sir, in our heavyweight division. But a tremendous performance from Andy Ruiz coming out with the unanimous decision victory. It was a fantastic night here from Crypto.com Arena. We saw tons of action, tons of knockouts.